Welcome back to Azran Legacy. So before we move forward with the story, let's go back to COD and do some side stuff. Why not?
Aha! It's a hidden cafe.
Hidden cafe.
Indeed, Duke. And where there's a cafe, there is undoubtedly tea.
God damn, Professor, no.
Well, they're Brits too. That's kind of how their brains work. So.
Is that a thing? It's like cars that we need to
No
refill
one
with
disrespects the tea.
Damn it.
So, Drips, I'll just refer you to that clip from 101 Dalmatians 2. What are you doing? You're all having tea? How am I supposed to
We found the golden apple. We gotta get it back to the Assassin's Creed.
Actually, Jove, it's a reference to the golden apple from Curious Village.
Yeah, but obviously I wasn't referencing that. Like...
How am I supposed to get my job done if you Brits are all having tea? Alright.
Get into the Boston River.
Go ahead, Shiri.
Oh, hello. I know you, don't I? Hold on, you didn't crash here again, did you?
Remember, it's customary. Remember, it's a habit that airships crash over here because of the magnetism of the Azran dome. So.
Although, from what we know, most of those people didn't survive.
COD sees his fair share of aeroplane crashes, doesn't it? Because that's totally normal.
Yes, it's awful. A little code?
COD.
COD, yeah.
Hello, COD's getting to be the center of attention these days. What with it being in the World Times and all.
The tourism industry in COD must be awful.
Or booming, if it's like how people all the times come to the Bermuda Triangle.
We read that your town was commended for its rescue efforts. To be more efficient than the emergency services is actually pretty common.
Oh, we're used to it, you know?
No,
Things
you
come down.
shouldn't be.
I know.
I know, but what can I do?
Down so often, you sort of stay on constant alert.
So what you're saying is that you're the country equivalent to Action Park Zone. Good to know.
Go
For
ahead.
instance, this place looks like a simple cafe, but we've got medical supplies stacked to the roof in the back.
Are you injured? Are you injured? Oh, you're injured? Okay, quick, come to our emergency room in the cafe.
Is that so? Your concern for others is admirable.
They just don't want to get sued.
That's why the cafe doesn't look very nice.
Damn.
You're too busy taking care of people.
Aurora, where does this
That was
roasting
one
come
hell of a roast.
Well,
Definitely a child.
remember, Aurora's Go on.
It's like I said, one of the most painful roasts are the roasts that come from innocent children.
Yeah.
Who don't even know that they're roasting you.
Yeah.
Well, usually I tell customers it's to reflect the stark landscape of God, but yeah, you're hitting the nail on the head.
She herself even agrees, so whatever.
Welcome to COD. Come here to get injured.
Even if we are open, barely anyone comes in for food. They're all just looking for bandages. Also, isn't this the lady who makes really weird desserts?
Yes.
Yes. That's what this is.
Also, does this want to try and be a cheeky reference to survival horror games or something?
And then after this conversation, someone yells, "Look out, guys! Here comes another one."
So, what do you think of a nice fuchsia, guys? A fuchsia.
Fuchsia is the color.
Pink's not really my color.
So, yeah, your first time having proper customers in how long?
Yeah, that's such a good point.
Never you mind.
Oh god, it's been over 100 years, hasn't it?
Probably.
They're like one of those...
Go ahead.
Proper customers? Is that what we are?
Maybe.
I guess so.
As opposed
Unless you're planning to rob the cafe.
As opposed.
Laura says the darndest things. Well, I hope so. Though there's not much ready right now. Tell you what, help me with this tart, and I'll give you some for free.
I'm not doing your work. It's your business.
Hey, you might be able to make it not shit, okay? Help her out.
So the first...
That's your problem.
So the first bit of customers you get, and you're already offering them free food.
As long as you solve
Puzzle 105. Slicing things up. This yummy tart has been topped with 7 different kinds of fruit. You want to cut the whole thing into 2 square pieces according to the following conditions. No piece of tart should have 2 of the same fruit in it. No 2 pieces should contain the same combination of fruit. Someone has already started cutting the tart into 2 bottom corners. It's up to you to slice up the rest. So basically,
I wish there was a tart I could slice up.
So yeah, basically the idea is divide this into groups of 2s, and you can't have 2 of the same fruit in it, or you can. And once you create a combination of fruit, you cannot repeat that one ever again. So let's see.
I'm cutting.
All right, we'll use this.
Goodness to anyone who
This.
likes tarts, I guess.
This. This. Yep.
Are they just pondering the fact that the portrait in the background is actually picturing them with the same
Yeah, I
attire?
know. Maybe it's haunted.
It sounds something straight out of the Twilight Zone. And then I went to the art gallery, but the painting was about me.
Okay, but why can't I have more than 1 strawberry on top of the pie, though?
First word
Because
fucking
that's
Because-
against the rules
Yes,
of
yes,
the
it
world.
is. I will complain about this.
It's
You
part.
see, Shuri,
It's part of the
it's a
recipe.
Of life.
You see, Shuri, it's a representation of the economical downfall of the world trade relations and how currency cannot be bounced properly one to another here. You
Yes,
want
and the
more,
curtains were
but they
moved.
just won't allow you to have it in
And-
that regard.
There we go.
Basically, this is my TED talk on how tarts are clearly the true deficit of the world, and as soon as we get rid of them, the economy will be saved.
And then Jerry gets cancelled because of hatred towards tarts.
How about this, Yuri? Maybe the chef was trying to challenge himself.
Maybe.
I enjoyed that.
Sweet!
Delicious.
You did a great job of cutting the tart. Surely there's a piece to suit every taste now. There you go. See the explanation.
Seriously, are those
There you go,
things gonna be
Shiroi.
okay?
There you go, Shiroi. The explanation is that way every piece will suit every taste because we make sure not to
What
repeat.
about people who don't like mixed tastes?
You did it. Fab.
All right.
Looks very nice, but the size is a bit intimidating.
Is it?
Really? Those look pretty tiny, honestly.
I'm guessing just like the whole
Yeah,
pie.
maybe she was talking as a whole, but even so, I've seen worse.
Maybe this is Aurora's first time seeing a pie, so.
Don't blame me. The authorities decided to pay us in fruit, not money.
Oh my god, I was
Blame
actually onto
society.
something with
They
the
will
economy
really do
there.
anything to not spend actual currency.
That reminds me. Go on.
Does this town live in a sort of bubble where money just does not exist as a currency at all?
I guess.
I wonder. That or this
Pedro.
woman is just dirt poor.
That reminds me. Well, actually, no. Go ahead. This is gonna.
But yeah, I think this tart will be a roaring success. It deserves to be right up there with her fish smoothie.
No!
Oh.
No!
Oh, go ahead.
I like fish.
Go-
I
go-
like smoothies.
Go ahead.
I
I do
like
beg your
pineapple
pardon, Larissa, but did you say fish smoothie?
Yeah, it's a popular one. And here in Cod, you can guarantee it to be the freshest fish juice in the world.
You might remember.
Alright, that's it. Alright, that's it. We're leaving.
You might.
Sure people aren't
Sycamore
buying them?
burst through the door.
Wait, excuse me. Are you sure people aren't buying them just to throw them at their enemies?
Remember those? We already had an episode that explains that all the people at COD are trying to be nice and not break Larissa's.
Basically,
That's
So.
a very creative use.
So
of
you're
language.
telling me that the economy
Go
of this
ahead, Jerry. Go ahead.
Oh, that's kind of you to say. Here, why don't I give you a sample to go with your tart?
No!
I insist.
No!
So,
I can't.
so just to recap, the town has centered some
Go
of their
on.
economy around
go
the
ahead,
silicon
yes.
skills.
How very generous, but I'm afraid we don't have time to
Just
start.
say you're allergic. Just say you're allergic.
It always works.
Go ahead.
That's what they all say. Lucky for you, the only thing I'm more prepared for than an emergency is a takeaway order.
God
Oh no!
I don't want one.
I like fish. I like smoothies. Just do not combine the two, please.
Why would you even serve such an unholy dish?
Feels like something a
Java, I'll reuse your own. Oh, sorry. Go on.
Professor, do you think the reason for the lack of customers might be the menu?
Nah.
Hey, I whispered that.
Also, it's funny because it's kind of like the beginning of End of Days where Arnold just picks up random fruit from the kitchen and just stuffs it in a blender and then drinks the whole thing.
Story does have a point. Some gym bros would
go ahead, Jim. That's go ahead.
I think perhaps that is a puzzle best left unsolved.
Wow.
Puzzle, it's blooming obvious.
Professor, how restrained of you.
That is for the greater
The
good.
man has his limits. I can respect that.
And that
Mystery solved. Hooray.
mystery solved.
I'm a bit stuck with my new trifle recipe. Freshwater snails are great for making jelly, but I'm not sure what to use for the custard. I am going to be
my
sick.
god. What are you made of, woman?
I have a box of donuts in front of me that's slowly getting less and less appetizing.
Send them to my sister then.
She's like Emily from Deadly Premonition.
Wow, this, so, if I didn't know better, I'd say the town was centering some of their economy around pleasing this woman's feelings. Though at least it sounds like they leave before they spend
It seems
on
that most of the locations that we visited seem to be lacking a central government and are more like, secluded city-states, which is weird because even stuff like Montedor in Miracle Mask seem to be applying these rules even though it's supposed to be in British territory.
Alright, so let's see.
Together her outfit.
There you go. I found myself some cat ears. Since, remember the last time we tried fulfilling Prima's request, she said she wanted cat ears. So, let's see. Answer's top. By the way, Shiro, you that bit reminded me. The whole, I just reminded myself that whole thing. Oh, the military paid us in fruit reminds me of a certain Portuguese joke where basically it involves a doctor, medical doctor, diagnose. Oh, I don't think your back has that big a problem. You just need to not do major physical exercise. But I'll continue after this. Go on.
You finished? I wonder what you've put together for me.
Well, here it is.
It's also...
Oh, well, it's definitely cute.
What's wrong with it now?
You missed the tail, dumbass.
You don't appear to be entirely satisfied, though.
I just think it would be nicer with a skirt. A lovely pink one,
In this weather?
Also with that jacket.
No, Shiro.
You know what they say, Shiroi, the customer...
Well, remember, Shiroi, she said we need a pink skirt, but that doesn't necessarily mean the other pieces of clothing are the correct ones either.
We'll take that into consideration.
Just that one little thing will make the whole outfit so much cuter, I think. I'm really liking it a lot, though.
Not to mention, Shiro...
It is just the one thing.
Cat ears are always a winner.
Not to mention, Shiro, remember we already established that Prima sometimes likes to go off trend, so...
Although I'm assuming this is kind of the mechanic for everyone in that regard.
Not bad.
You didn't suck.
But yeah, the whole...
Getting closer.
But yeah, regarding the whole military thing... Actually, I think we're going to watch the Mozinha episode now, yeah. Alright, so Mozinha Reborn. The adults of Mozinha are keen to pass on local wisdom and traditions to the next generation, but not everybody is keen to learn. Alright, let's take a look at that.
Mom, please tell me you're not going to eat that weird thing that's sitting in our potato bin.
Now, dear. What I do with our meals is none of your business. Oh, that thing. I found it while I was out picking herbs. Isn't it a lovely blue color?
You shouldn't touch things like that, Mom. How do you know it's not poisonous?
Oh, come now. What is the worst that could happen? And there's just no way to know until I try it.
I mean, food that's naturally blue is incredibly rare, so it's probably gonna kill you.
Go ahead.
Maybe you could try not eating it?
Oh, come now. So the last dish put all the adults in a coma. Where's your sense of spectacle and wonder? Oh, Umi, you still have a lot to learn. The people of old would forage for rare delicacies all the time.
Yeah, look what happened to them.
We're fine.
You have to be careful. Look at Tamir's dad. He's really fussy about the food he eats. It's easy to name those who didn't die of food poisoning.
Alright.
Now, we were just in a coma. That is a vast difference.
Alright, Teo, you beat Tamir's dad.
Okay.
Danny, I'm scared.
Come now, son. Are those the words of a man of Muzinia?
Oh, Babak.
You're one of those fathers, aren't you?
But it's really scary.
Now, it's our job to guard the town from evildoers. We can't just go and cower behind a tree, can we?
I mean, we could.
Town guardians or something?
After all, someday you'll have to tell the legend of the Phoenix to future generations. You can't do that if you're scared.
But Daddy, I want to go home and do puzzles.
No son of mine is going to puzzles in your family.
Wow, a family who's not obsessed with puzzles in the universe. We finally found the mutants.
You're going to have to grow up one day. But today...
Reminds me of Will Koribo's The Other Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged movie. You guys better leave me alone because I don't like playing card games! Dun dun dun!
Come on, let's report to the chief and tell her all's well.
Great, my tummy's rumbling. Is it time for dinner? What's Mommy making today? Can you show me a puzzle? Can we...
I
You don't
wonder
shut up
what's
about
for
puzzles,
dinner.
If you don't shut up about puzzles, I'll make you eat one.
Alright, Shiri.
That'll be your dinner.
Now, Mary, look closely. The Dormosoporous mushrooms have a slightly molded texture, whereas ordinary mushrooms don't.
This can be the very separation between life and death.
Why do I need to know this, Gran? Could I just not pick mushrooms at all?
Now, you need to know... You need to know this is very important. I'm trying to teach you the culture of our city, for Christ's sake.
What are you, the Mushroom Kingdom?
But the culture
I mean, she does look like a bit like comic.
Yeah. True.
Or Cammy.
Haha, mushroom picking is one of the most vital skills you'll learn. It's all part of the Mozinian spirit of adventure.
These people evolved into the Koopas.
This doesn't feel like adventure to me. Ugh, I can't make out the difference at all.
So yeah,
That's quitter talk.
the kids are not as into Mozinian culture as their parents are.
Kids
I don't
these
even
days.
like mushrooms.
The irony is that they seem to know better than
I know
the
it's
mushrooms,
hard, but persevere and you'll see. You'll soon learn all about the Phoenix of Mozinia.
I mean, look at the mirror in the background. It literally is a mushroom. It's our very life and blood.
Oh, kids these days.
But yeah, about the whole authorities paid us in fruit thing, that reminds me of a certain Portuguese joke where a medical doctor finishes examining a patient. He's like, alright, so how much do I owe you, doctor? Oh, I don't receive money. People here pay me with their work. What do you mean? Well, the grocery man gives me groceries, stuff like that, basically like that.
I get they know what the punchline is.
And then his that's fine, doctor. You see, I'm the town's gravedigger. So.
Okay, that was not the punchline I was expecting, but...
well, I'm curious now. What was the punchline you were expecting?
There's a joke popular in my country that say, if you don't have money, pay in nature. As in with your money.
Right. Go ahead, Jerry.
You know, I think this might be the hangout that was featured in the World Times.
The one where you departed.
Oh, I hope nothing bad happened.
It doesn't look like it's out of sorts.
No. I guess we'll have to go inside and check.
Not all news is bad news. It was a report on aerobatic trial flight.
Aerobatic?
Yes.
Aerobatic. Okay.
Aerial acrobatics, essentially. Portmanteau.
Trial flights. Does that mean they would let us fly the planes?
Of course, little child. We will indeed let you fly the planes.
Like Milhouse in that Simpsons episode where he was messing around with a jet and ejected himself.
Your planes are children's toys to my people. Oh, that would be fun. Only one way to find out. Come on, let's go in and take a peek.
Emmy, do you have
You're
any...
supposed to be the grown-up here. How do I know better than you on this?
And Emmy, do you even have flight qualifications?
Do you?
The memes
With your
these days,
with your bloody makeshift airplanes?
Do not shift the question.
the memes these
I
days is
asked
that
you.
people are
Hey,
the memes
look
these days
at
that people
you.
are forked.
Go ahead, Jova.
Oh, is that Herschel? My son, it is you.
Oh, sorry,
Yes.
I thought you were.
Roland, return it.
So that's who was dressing up as Santa Claus. It was you.
So yeah, returning from Miracle Mask, Roland, Layton's
Coincidence to
dad.
see you here, Dad. What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm just here to have a nosy at some of the latest models. Beauties, aren't they? Also, I believe we met Bladen's
Yes,
parents
we met
earlier
both
in this
parents.
game.
Didn't know you had such a
True, but it's been a while.
Well, after seeing you take off in that marvelous airship, I realized just how little I know about planes.
Watch a Studio Ghibli movie.
Yeah.
Also, is it coincidental that his dad looks a bit like Hayao Miyazaki?
I get the feeling it might be a subtle homage.
Wouldn't that be something? Layton's father was Hayao Miyazaki, which means that Layton made those wonderful movies.
That was very quick on the draw, Dad. The World Times article was published just a few days ago.
Well, you had to get your smarts from somewhere now, didn't you, son?
Wow, your dad's a lot like you, Professor. Bursting with curiosity.
Oh, you forget I came before him, lad. If anything, he's just like me. A good old chip off the old block. Good to see he made something for himself after he got off with that
Beg your
addiction.
pardon? How was the flight itself, Dad?
Oh, wonderful. Well, I was on the edge of my seat. Quite literally. We were flying information and, well, then we did all these loop-de-loops and...
Were you playing
Well,
Nights into Dreams?
Oh, I felt like a young lad again. Just don't tell your mother, she'd have a fit if she found out.
So since we
Don't
don't
tell me
planes,
what.
I'm gonna say Rings of Power instead.
I think I prefer staying upright.
Look,
fact-
you literally parkoured a moving robot.
Naturally, if I were traveling around the world like you, I'd want a nice, comfortable flight. Have I ever told you I'm part of the Mile High Club, son?
Oh no!
Oh, wow, the Mile High Club. That sounds interesting.
Don't
No, the bo-
don't look it up, Luke.
No, the Bostonius is perfect for that. It's all comfy.
She really is a splendid vessel, I must say.
Good. I want nothing but the best for you, son. You're doing very well after your girlfriend died in that explosion, I must say.
Dad, I told you that.
Dad, you're good.
Not just that, Dad. Oh, thanks for bringing that up, Dad. That was a very traumatic day for me.
Oh, I just want to say you're doing very good, honestly. We were worried about you after you fell into puzzle addiction in the wake of her death.
That sounds very pleasant, but good luck convincing Mom to board a shrieking metal death trap.
Oh, I can be very good at convincing your mother, son.
Be
Wink,
afraid of
wink.
elevators because that would be descriptive of that too.
Wait, that would mean that Edgeworth is Layton's mom, then.
Or the protagonist of a Da Vinci Code, technically.
Oh, maybe you could send some of those souvenirs our way sometime. Safe journey and best of luck, son. I hope you're successful in everything you do.
Alright.
Oh, and good luck with that harem I hear you're putting together.
Now, where shall we go?
To
Your mom's?
Gressenheller.
Why not?
Alright. And I think now... Oh, here we go.
Gressenheller University, ranked among the top 5% for archaeological studies.
Yes. It's a very impressive faculty. They're making some of the most exciting developments in the field right now.
Alright.
Ah, yes. One of their inventions was featured in the World Times, was it not? Perhaps a quick tour is in order. Let's see where you work.
A splendid idea. I expect it will be in the research department in the building to our left.
Which way?
Right next to where they're trying to find alien life on the planet Jupiter.
Alright, let's go there then. But first I want to check something
hold
here,
on.
because there he is. Dean Delmona.
Yes, we met him.
Oh, Herschel, my boy. I've been looking all over the place for you. Let me guess.
A puzzle you need help with?
Not just that, but
Dean Delmona? Is this about my sabbatical?
let me guess, your granddaughter again. Oh no, nothing like that. It's just my granddaughter has sent me another puzzle, and you did so well in the last one.
You're the dean. You're supposed to be doing these things yourself.
Would you ever look at it before you whiz off on your trip?
Shame. Shame.
Dean, you lazy... Never mind.
Conehead.
My
Alright.
boss.
Puzzle 28. Directing a delivery.
Yeah, remember, he is the one who signed your paycheck.
A little girl is eagerly awaiting a delivery of flowers from this ball-riding clown, and it's up to you to guide him to her. Assign the 4 commands: jump a square, go forwards, turn right, and turn left, to the 4 animal symbols to plot the clown's route. Can you help the clown deliver the flowers without falling off the platform?
Jeez, the mail delivery route is way different than I remember it being.
So yeah, basically the idea is that depending on where you put the specific directions, the animal will represent a shift in said direction, with the one on the leftmost being jumping over. So
Clown delivery postal service.
Is that how they deliver packages between Shower and Big Top? I'll explain a lot.
maybe. All right. The cat will do the right turn. The bear will have the left turn. The bunny will go straight on, and the elephant is the jump. Let's try that.
Right.
There we go.
Here's my answer.
Well done. Do I get my bonus in the
Critical
paycheck
thinking is
now?
the key to
Yes.
success.
You get extra.
You're no clown. The commands need to be assigned as follows. The little girl is very grateful for her flowers.
He's no
He's a
clown, he's
clown
the whole
himself.
circus.
Indeed. Why, yes,
That was
indeed.
There's a version of my country from that joke show that I really like, which is like, well, he said that if stupidity was music, I would be a saxophone, and my mom usually replies with, no, and my mom usually would reply with, no, he would be the whole orchestra. So, all right.
Oh, hey, there's Luke's mom.
Yeah, we've already done the.
There's Luke's father.
Yes. All right.
So we're just meeting here.
Herschel, it's good to see you again. And Professor Sycamore, wasn't it?
Ah, hi Clark. How was last night?
Fine.
Pleasure to see you again, Dr. Triton. I didn't realize you worked at the same university as the professor here.
Yes, for 2 years now. I've been working on several very exciting developments in the department with Dean Delmona.
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that, Professor.
Now, to what do I owe the pleasure of your visit today?
I'll go to the library and look up some more positions. Well, speaking of developments in the department, before we would have a look at this new time machine you have here.
It looks very complex.
You came to see this beauty. It's not a time machine, though.
Are we sure about that?
Looks like one.
It kind of does, yeah. Impressive.
It's only a model. Clark, seeing as you're here, you wouldn't mind giving us a quick demonstration, would you? Not that kind. That's next week.
What does it even do? Nobody has asked what does this do.
I'd love to,
It makes
Herschel,
coffee.
but unfortunately it's in the middle of some fine-tuning. It won't be up and running again for a while.
I mean,
What about the
solve that with
but
a
then-
puzzle.
But what about the machine? It's not big enough and running. Oh, that is a shame. Did it malfunction? And by malfunction, I mean your device.
Some students tried tinkering with it and ended up ruining the calibrations. Still, what can you do?
Oh, I get it. This is
Yeah, but
actually a
security?
spin-off of Happy Death Day, where you have basically a machine that explores different universes in the basement or something.
Were they up to no good? I could teach them a lesson for you.
Emmy,
they were making
we're not
trouble in the
encouraging
neighborhood.
violence against children.
Well, okay, it's a university, so they're adults, but
To be fair, how do you know she means violence, to be fair?
It's Emmy.
That is like 90% how Emmy tends to deal with stuff.
Like that's if the
And
Doom
they're
Marine.
kind of right, actually. I don't even have a
That's
result
as if
for
the
that
Doom
one.
Marine would have said that, Pedro. With some people you just have to assume.
Yeah.
I don't know.
the students are quite the impassioned lot, after all.
I don't know. I'd still would rather make sure I'm 100% sure of what she means before.
Again, like I said, with Emmy, more often than not, somebody's getting kicked at the very least.
Oh, I fully intend to throw pens at them.
Kicked or threatened.
That's not the proper way to go about it.
Herschel could be just as foolhardy when he was their age. It takes time for people to mature.
Why do I not have trouble imagining that? But this is different.
Is it really? I seem to remember Herschel tampering with and then breaking an oscilloscope during his student days.
Oh, wow, Professor.
Go ahead.
Yes, I wasn't perfect as a child, can we move on? But Clark, you know that was an accident.
An accident which could have easily been avoided had your floor not been so littered with books. Yeah, that makes sense because, as we all know, Herschel never.
does that.
He still does that. So.
Perhaps not. I'm a far more responsible person now, though, Clark. I only make a mess on my own.
Bullshit.
I only make a
Go
mess on my own.
ahead.
But the floor in your office is still littered with books.
Yep.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Well, yes, perhaps I am still a tad disorganized, but the difference between then and now is like night and day.
One
Objection.
person is like screaming inside.
Don't quote that series in my presence.
Also, Layton, you were in university, so you were a whole honking adult when you did that
Anyway,
shit.
we must be getting...
Yes, I can see you have a lot to deal with. Let me know when you're in London again, and we can catch up on old times.
Exactly. I'll go get the Karma Sutra. Wait, no, I'm not ready for that yet.
See you again soon, Dad. Hope you remember to say hi to Mom, who's literally hanging outside for some
They
reason.
just walked past.
Oh, actually, that's the thing, Sheila. You can look forward to Brenda's dress request. That's where we'll get some lovey-dovey moment between those two. So we'll see. You just take care of yourself, Luke.
I'm trying
yes,
to
Dad,
stop poking everything you see.
Yes, Dad, I assure you I've been absolutely safe on this last journey. We've just... Let's see, we've had to shoot at people, we got shot at, we crashed, I have literally faced down a giant, bloodthirsty-looking wolf, and, yeah, we've been having a good time, honestly.
To be fair, Luke.
And considering what we've learned about you on this adventure, you'll want to talk about poking everything you see.
Not to mention Luke. Big Red was never fearsome and bloodthirsty. So come on. Oh,
Yeah, but I
look.
get the feeling if his parents had seen him in front of that wouldn't have been the first thing on their minds.
All right.
And I did say bloodthirsty looking, not that he was actually
Groski.
bloodthirsty.
Whatever are you doing here?
Haha, well met, Layton. But sorry, can't talk. I happen to be on an extra special top secret investigation.
Groski, have you not put two and two together and figured that we might possibly have intertwined goals?
Oh, so you're after talking. I, a little kid, know this classified information.
It's actually Targent, little boy. Don't just blurt it out, boy. It's top secret.
Yeah, they've already left.
We're dealing with some very dangerous people, Inspector. Please be on your guard.
I mean, heck, we were the ones who found literally the insurgent within your midst. I don't think he has to worry too much to worry about. Typo there. In our experience, Targent don't have the most capable agents.
Luke, you were there in London when Groski got shot at.
I hope you're right.
Tommy guns.
Although this is the man that belly flopped up the side of a boat, so I'm sure he's fine.
Yep. Alright.
Aurora unleashed the egg's power.
The fact the
later.
thing is missing is literally he did like much
Alright,
like
next
Haka and
up
Fire
we're
Shark.
going to Torrido.
Oh fuck, I'm going back to the desert.
Alright.
Ah, yes. The good, clean air of Southern America.
I don't want
Air.
to go to the desert level.
Clean air, Joe, but there's so much
Me
dust.
either.
Like, what you can call it clean air?
Alright, let's
Well,
see.
sure, it's the Wild West part of the desert, so you'll be just fine.
Like, I know that the other extreme would be too humid, but...
Oh yeah, oh yeah, Emily.
Oh,
Goodness, fancy meeting you here. Were you at the raffle last night then?
I won something?
Hello, Emily. I didn't know there was one. That would have been fun.
and now it's Layton's turn to meet Emily.
Oh well, never mind, dear. Actually, here, I still have the consolation prize. Why don't you give it a shot?
Is it a puzzle?
They
Yes,
keep a puzzle as a prize?
a consolation prize, specifically.
Feels like it should have been the challenge, not the prize.
This isn't any
Layton
fault.
loves puzzles,
Tethered
though.
Ted. So, you've just arrived at a fun fair stall, and an assortment of prizes is up on display. They're all pretty nifty, but it's the teddy bear that really catches your eye. The only way to get it, though, is to pick the rope that's tied to and yank it from there. Follow each rope carefully, and then circle the one that you want to pull. So basically...
Pretty
Go.
easy, just, again, follow the
You
rope.
know, I get the
Oh.
I get the feeling the reason we don't have a Layton manga is because they haven't found a way of how to transpose the puzzles into it, or at least show like
Or like in a way that it would not take too much time to solve them, you know,
Like,
because otherwise
okay,
you have
the
to explore like how much the characters are thinking and everything.
Like, the bulk of playtime in a Layton game is the puzzles, but I guess in manga they would have to decipher what these puzzles actually look like when they're handed to
I knew I'd get it right.
characters.
Intedible! You got it. This teddy was made by a famous toy maker. No two are ever alike.
You know, Professor, I don't know why, but I feel like we should make it our absolute mission to remember this woman in the future.
I knew you'd be the sort of boy who has a soft spot for cuddly toys. Now, wasn't that fun?
It was. Thank you. You should see the collection I have back at home. They tell me things in my sleep.
It's very clear to see with Luca's passion for something. By the way, where's your husband?
Oh, he's somewhere around here. I'm sure we'll find
Oh,
each
who are
other.
those new characters in the background?
I don't know.
Probably someone not important.
Alright.
There's nothing.
Alright, everybody. Tune in next time where, if I remember correctly, we're going to get back to the main story. So, see you then.
See,
Yeah.